All right, my friends, this is how you do the get in your car Instagram Reels trend for photographers, show off a bunch of your photos, but I'm gonna give you a little twist to make it a little bit more engaging. Cool thing using CapCut to be able to kind of animate the photos, give them a cool look. Okay, let's dive right into it. This video is sponsored by Professional Photographers of America. Join a community of over 35,000 photographers and find equipment insurance, education, and business tools made specifically for small business owners like you. All right, so this trend really has two main components. There's like the intro shot, the kind of hook that gets people wondering, okay, what sort of photos am I gonna see in just a second? And then there's the photos. For this style of it, you're gonna need 9 photos. Then you're gonna get a pretty good, maybe double play on the loop. So 9 of your best photos from this year, from your whole lifetime, from the last week, I don't know, whatever you wanna do. Maybe a certain theme, whatever you wanna do, just pick 9 of your favorite photos. This first video clip could just be your camera, could be you and your camera, could be something kind of shocking. The only, I think, sort of requirement for this shot is that it should probably be shot on your phone. The reason being, when you then post your kind of more professional photos after the fact, it makes them that much more shockingly wonderful. You know what I'm saying? Just a little psychological thing there. So 3.6 seconds, shoot it on your phone, and then you're gonna go into these 9 photos. So we're using CapCut for this one. It's a free video editing app on your phone. You're gonna open up CapCut here. All right, once CapCut is open, you're gonna hit New Project, and then you just need to add your clip. I made an album on my phone with the 9 photos that I wanna use, but I do need to grab the shot of me, the 3.6 second shot of me, which I have right here. So I'm just gonna add that in first. Then I'm gonna hit the plus sign once I've added that in, go up here to the top where it says recents and change that to this one called Amb Faves. And these are my photos that I am using for the trend. Add those 9 in there. Okay, so just some housekeeping before we get started. Click on ratio and go to 9:16 because that is what you're gonna wanna use for an Instagram reel. Then just go ahead and resize all of your photos up to fit 9:16. I know you're cropping off the sides. CapCut's cool because it's got this little thing that like sort of does a little haptic feedback when you get it to the right size. Get your subject centered or wherever you want them in the frame and scale each of these up. Okay, so all of your photos fit. Now, like I said, this first video of you or your camera or whatever has to be 3.6 seconds long. So I need to trim some of the front off of this one. And you can see that little timer just ticking down, you know? Okay, now for this more simple version where you just want these photos to tick through, you don't want any movement, you don't want any kind of pizzazz, you need each of your photos to be 0.7 seconds. So again, just go through and make those all 0.7. You're basically done. The only thing you need to do is that first one, you need to make that actually 0.6 because kind of like the first hi-hat in the sound is slightly shorter. So change the first one to 0.6. You could be done here. The other thing I'll say is you could make this 18 photos and make these each twice as fast, basically. So in that case, you'd bring them all down to like either 0.3 or 0.4, maybe alternating. Then it's gonna tick through your photos a lot faster, which I have seen some people do. But in my opinion, keeping it at 9, giving them a little bit longer to look at the photo, but adding some motion, some movement into it, is the way to do it. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. Super easy to do in CapCut, but just takes a couple steps. First, let me tell you about the sponsor of the video, Professional Photographers of America. Look, operating without business insurance is super risky business. So enter the Professional Photographers of America. PPA has been helping small business owners protect their businesses for over 100 years. And in 2023, they became over 35,000 members strong. When I had just started my business, I was in weddings and one of my lenses, I think an elevator was involved, an elevator door, something like that. It fell, it broke, it was not insured, and had to pay for that thing to get it replaced 100%. It was a panicky situation. Would not wish that on you. But there is just no reason to risk it like that, you know what I'm saying? Become a member of PPA. Here's why I'm a member, why I think you should become a member. For a small monthly price, you receive all of these benefits. Up to $15,000 worth of equipment insurance, which includes a flat deductible of $350 for replacement, or only $50 if you want to get your equipment repaired. Data loss, negligence, and malpractice protection, which is something that I hope none of us ever have to deal with, but in case you do, you have those protections with PPA. And one of PPA's most useful business resources, which is customizable contracts, including templates for like model releases, location releases, anything you need, you name it, they've got it. Hit the link in the description for a special $25 discount off of your membership. Whether you're just beginning and want to start out on the right foot, or have been at this a while and want to take it to the next level, learn more about PPA and see why over 35,000 members have joined this community. Now let's add this pizzazz to this Instagram reel. What we're gonna do is actually delete this first clip. We don't need it right now. So the camera clip of you, save that for later. We're gonna delete it for now out of this timeline. Tap on your first photo here, and once you've tapped in, you'll see style down at the bottom. Tap on style and then slide over to motion. And under motion, you're gonna see this 3D Zoom Pro. Tap on that. It'll take a little bit to process it. It works better with some types of photos. It works worse with other backgrounds of photos. But yeah, try it out on different photos if you don't like the way it looks on your photos. You will see once you hit the check mark down there that it changed the duration to 3.1 seconds. That's fine, that's where you want it. Don't mess with that, okay? So go through and do that with each and every one of these photos. Once you've got those all processed, make sure they all look good. We're gonna actually export this timeline. So come up here to the top, slide that 1080p over to 2K, 4K, put the frame rate doesn't really matter, but put it at 24. And then I like to put the code rate, megabits per second, up to high. And then tap the little up arrow. That's gonna export. We are so close to done and we hardly even did any work yet, you know what I'm saying? It feels good, it feels real good. All right, tap done. Once that's there, go ahead and start a new project. You can see that that video that you just recorded is right up there at the top. Tap on that, and then we're also going to tap on that beginning clip that we need. Add those both in. Just tap on that first one. You need the beginning clip first, obviously. Again, this one needs to be 3.6 seconds long. Now, here's where some of the magic comes in. Remember, these are all 3.1 seconds. I did the math for you so you don't have to do the math yourself. What we need to do is, after the first photo, you're just gonna make a split, all right? So go right to where it switches from the first photo to the second photo. That first frame of the second photo, tap on your long 30.2 second clip, hover the time bar right there, and then hit split, okay? This first photo needs to be retimed down to 0.6 seconds, and it's super easy to do that in CapCut. Tap on the speed thing down here, hit normal, and then you can see right there it says duration 3.2. We want to just change that to 0.6. 0.6 seconds. Good to go, hit the check mark. Now the second one needs to be retimed to 5.7 seconds. So again, tap on it, hit speed, hit normal, and then speed that up to 5.7 seconds. And once you got that, go up, tap here on this 1080p thing, slide it up to 2K, 4K, slide the frame rate down to 24, and then slide the code rate up to high, and export it. And that is how you achieve this reel. I think it looks cool. Would love to see what you make, your photos. Tag me on Instagram if you do this. And don't forget to hit the link in the description for $25 off your PPA membership. Thanks so much for being here.